Oh, John in Minneapolis, you have some thoughts on secession?
Yeah, I think it might be a way of solving this fiscal cliff or our deficit problem because, as you said, a lot of these states like Mississippi, Georgia, actually their economy revolves around federal expenditure. They have Air Force bases. They have, people in the military. I lived in New Mexico for many years. At per capita income, it was one of the poorest states. The predominant economic industry there was defense. For every dollar that they sent out, they got something like $1.60 back. I live now here in Minnesota, and I think we receive less than 50 cents back. So this might be a way for these secessionist Republicans. It might be a way for the country to solve this debt problem.
Yeah.
And I think it could be a good way of doing it. I don't know,
Farewell. I just, as I said earlier, we don't have red and blue states. We have purple states. More reddish purple and more bluish purple, but we have purple states. There are Democrats everywhere. There are Republicans everywhere, and there are lots and lots of independents everywhere. And I think for anybody to say, I am not an American, particularly somebody who's been living in Europe for 13 years, I don't have that much allegiance to America.
Can I make one more comment?
Sure.
Yeah, I just wanted to say too, his talk about self-determination. I'd like to see that as part of our foreign policy. It would be nice if we practiced that. That came out of the Nuremberg trials. That countries have or people have the right to self-determination of their government. It's just that unfortunately it almost never is allowed to exist. And there are people now that want to bomb the hell out of Iran. I've known a lot of Persians in my life. I used to tutor Persians when I lived in New Mexico. There were a lot of people taking classes when I was in school, and I love Persian culture, and I just think it's unconscionable to even suggest that we do that. But yet there are people in this country that just look at Iran as, run by mullahs, and they forget that there are a lot of people there that want to determine, a lot of young people that want to determine their fate and are not allowed to, and we don't allow them. We started that whole cascade by getting rid of Mossadegh in 1952. Yeah. We had the opportunity to allow them to have self-determination of their government and control over their oil fields, and the British and ourselves decided that that was just not what we should allow them to do because it's not to our economic benefit. And this has been the history of, since World War II and since we've been part of the world power, that we are not allowing people to do that.
I would argue that shift, John, actually happened after World War I. World War I was the end of the British Empire.
It's something, unfortunately, that we don't believe in our own ideals, and it undermines us. It just undermines us around the world. I'd love to see self-determination for peoples around the world. I think it's a big moral failing, and I don't know what to do about it.
I think it's one of the fundamental principles of the UN and of the treaties that we signed to be part of the United Nations, and that other states only interfere in the internal affairs of a state when they're basically killing their own civilians, when it's gotten extreme. But yeah, I understand your point, John. Thank you for calling and making it.